really wants to do it, and Gragas, of course, going Cinderhawk. That is going to be a problem for H2K.
Can another LCS team pick up a victory, or will LCK's #1 seed SKT get on the board? That is what the analyst desk predicted. And in 25 minutes, according to Monte Cristo, SKT sure as hell have the tools to make that one happen. We're loading up to game number 3. This is the first from Group C. It's SKTelecom versus H2K. When looking to push the tower.
Right, and specifically lane swaps in the LCK often result in the top laner getting the majority of the farm. As far as teleport usage and experience gained on top laners, LCK is ahead of everyone else here, so it actually fits quite well for Marin to be on a carry top laner of Fiora. He's played mainly tanks during the regular season, but now on a carry, his large amount of gold share that he gets from the team maybe put to some better use.
The top lane swap focus, though, from SKT is often what's fairly weak against their fast push we see a lot in Europe and in NA, because it simply means that his team won't have time to move up and defend him once he TPs into that tower, because H2K will already be on that side of the map with 4 members and ready to dive him. Just forcing him out of the jungle, taking over this side. You see the 3 wards to spot every single entrance. SKT has just responded, getting very good wards into spot where H2K will be starting.
Well, you need to see how much synergy he's been able to build up with H2K. Faker on the receiving end of some bursts from Ryu, but it's Ryu that walks away, having taken more damage.
To what he is already.
Yeah, well, Becky is one step ahead again.
Ryu may be in trouble. The chains connect onto Faker. There is the Mimic. Ryu's going to be chomped down by Bengi. Takes a turret shot, in fact. Ryu not going to be able to reply, and Lulex too late to the party to make anything happen. About to come jump in on Odawamna. Those vitals are exposed. Marin's going to lunge forward, pop the vital, flash away. One more attack is all that's needed.
Yeah.
Marin goes in and flashes out for first blood.
First time Odawamna gets a chance to push their wave back because it was so close to his tower. Benki is already there, and Lulex is on the opposite side of the map. Early aggression or anything. It's just a standard SKT game so far.
SKT playing a little cheeky. See if they can make something happen. Remember, Headbutt Pulverize, it travels a little slower these days. Hyanin, is your spell shield up to it? He does manage to get out. Kasing is going to stand behind me to Hyanin, continuing to retreat. The unbreakable wall is good, but it is not good enough. He has a teleport from Odawamne, a reply from Marin. They turn their attention to Wolf. The Gnar gets a reply. Stun onto Marin. Reposit was not used. Continues to run away. The Braum is not going to be enough. That's a trade of 1 for 1. Top laner for the support, and H2K have nothing more to play with. Lulex is on the
used. One jungler being there, and essentially a 4v3 going as a 1 for 1 is a disaster gank for SKT, and it gives H2K the potential to aggress. Wolf died, and Kasing is level 6, so Bang is actually in a bit of trouble.
Wow, Glacial Fissure for that one. And all Bang needed to do was rocket jump away.
And he had both summoners. A little bit
optimistic.
They're in different lanes is one thing. Bang, I think smartly for SKT, swap back around the 10-minute mark. Trist, especially if it's going to be in a 2v1, can get a lot of turret pressure, not to mention Dragon advantage.
Oh, the root connects. Fake is throwing out the soldiers. Lulex does have access to that satchel, barrel rather.
Faker knows there's backup and there's 0 vision for H2K, meaning Lulex cannot flash forward and take an aggressive one. Hyanin, on the other hand,
he makes really good bait. The grand challenge comes out, but here comes Lulex. The body slam does connect. Marin goes down, and the 3-man dive gets the kill.
That's what we like to see, and this is why the Gragas comes in for him. They're going on Faker!
It's not over yet. Ryu does manage to get away. That was risky and close.
As long as he can keep Fiora in place, the rest of H2K can look to make plays. Ryu is constantly jumping Faker over and over, but he needs to be careful now. Bengi's coming as well.
Gonna be in trouble. Does get that passive pop, the mirror image, and is forced to peel away. No flash on Ryu, keep that in mind, versus the flash barrier, just flash of Faker.
Ryu needed Lulex here about 20 seconds ago because this turret is gonna take a hurt right here. And even if Lulex comes in, it's now dangerous for him to do so because They need to be able to match Wolf as well. This turret is in a lot of danger.
And again, look at Kasing. He's coming up. SKT, Mel, they get caught out. Lulex gets caught by the Cocoon. Glacial Fish is out. The body slam flash gets Faker. Empress Divide splits him, but Ryu kills Faker. The chains onto Wolf. He's forced to flash away defensively. Neither Marin nor Bang move from their lanes, and H2K get one.
So SKT were just one step ahead at first, but then H2K, they showed they're not afraid to make the plays. They have the mechanics. Instant engage onto Faker, get the kill, and they return the damage now onto the mid tower. Wolf and Bengi trying their best to defend it.
Well, Wolf gets a multi-man knockup, but H2K are unbothered by that tower stance.
Actually, a really great cocoon there by Bengi to stop Yarn from auto-attacking that turret. That gives enough time for Marin to come and defend that turret right here and could end up saving SKT from a turret deficit.
Yeah, but now H2K are in trouble. Marin has a grand challenge and he's going to throw it down. It goes down onto, I believe, Kasing. Now he's forced to back away. The Winter's Bite comes out and a little bit of sloppy play here from both sides.
Marin on this Fiora. So Yanan has to sit in mid lane. Whenever he keeps going bot lane, it just goes even in that lane between him and Tristana, and then SKT wins the other two lanes in terms of pushing, and that's a big problem for H2K.
It really is, and again, we'll talk about a little bit more numbers. Ryu's going to jump in on Bengi. Repel will be able to get him out alive, but H2K is a team have traditionally either won early and won the game or lost.
SKT is, or I don't think H2K is ignorant to the fact that that's what they need to do with an assassin mid laner. They just can't because SKT has so much wave pressure and so many deep wards. If they ever try and wait in a brush, they're losing a turret.
Well, I would argue right now that H2K have done a good job at least keeping the waves fairly even. They just had an opening to go in towards that dragon and try and secure the area. Obviously, again, it's not as easy as I'm saying here. Now you end up walking into HKT instead.
Well, there's the shuffle. Faker's got Empress Divide.
Nice
That's a two-man body slam, and Faker's down! The Empress Divide not even used. The Gnar is not going to get channeled just yet. Bengi's going to be the next focus. Yana was able to kill Faker. Now Marin's looking for Ryu and might just find him. Bang challenge is down, but Ryu's going to stay alive and get away. Bang, left uncontested on the back line. He continues to auto-attack. Wolf with a two-man knockup. Yarnan, get in the fight, man. No auto-attacks down yet. The boomerang goes out. Not going to fly slow. Wow, Marin just eviscerates.
Beautiful play.
That's a double. Here
what an outplay.
And SKT demolish H2K.
He completely baited SKT, right? H2K, sorry, right there. He jumps in, and when Ryu thinks I can one-shot this guy, he blocks the damage.
And honestly, this was H2K's fight to lose after they killed Faker. At the very beginning of this fight, Yarnan actually trades a nice amount of damage with Faker, and Lulex times his body slam flash just right and gets the knockback. So Faker, gone. At this point, Marin's teleport completes and he is now in the fight, but it begins kind of a 4v5. He gets a ton of damage down onto Ryu right away, takes him out of the fight. So that's already essentially a kill because Ryu doesn't do anything for the rest of the fight there. But this is where the fight gets impressive. H2K could back away, take the 2-for-1, and then reset a dragon, but they get greedy. They want more. Marin dashes in for a kill, and then look at that. While he's channeling, you cannot deal damage to him. With that fight, they go straight for Baron. This game is not over yet.
Wow, 3,000 HP on Baron. H2K drips and drabs. There's no teleport for Odoamne. He's far away. SKT managed to get Baron secured. It may be at Wolf's life cost, though. No, Kasing forced to jump backwards. Unbreakable. Here comes Odoamne. He's in Mega Gnar already. And SKT managed to get...
The goal lead is only 4,000. The game did not end at 25 minutes. As Monte Cristo made the bold prediction on the analyst desk. But this one, H2K, if that dragon fight, if they don't overcommit onto Marin, they could actually still be winning this game.
Well, Kasing's in trouble. On the hunt's been used by Yarnan, and the Glacial Fissure was thrown down. Kasing's life is forfeit. SKT, 4-man strong, will take themselves their 4th tower.
Well, they did overcommit onto Marin at the dragon fight, and now they're paying some pretty harsh consequences. One mistake has led into a chain of others. H2K does feel out of sorts here. They're trying desperately to stop this, but it's probably inhibitor gone.
SKT showed respect to H2K. They didn't try and overcommit in the early game. They played out the lanes. They knew they had the pushing advantage. Could just wait for key items, and they still have the Baron buff.
Well, we just talked about how it's 26 minutes in and the game's not over. We may need to revisit that discussion in 10 seconds, gentlemen. We do see Ryu still looking for a target, but not inside of the screen. It's just not going to be enough.
And that Sivir ultimate down. Still no response for Marin on the other side of the wave. SKT's going to get some big advantage out of this.
Another tower's going to fall shortly. Marin is going to chunk that one away. He's got GA available. We're actually going to cut over. Ultimate thrown onto Odoamne. But Morin's going to back out, and it's just, there's too many balls for H2K to juggle, and they cannot. Wow! Ryu, he's down. Bang! Sends him packing. Tries to find Yarnin, not going to be able to. This Satchel, Cask rather, knocks Lulex backwards, and he's going to go down as well. It's done. SKT are destroying H2K's base. Top lane inhibitor is under fire. Bang and Morin are taking it down. The tower fell in the bottom lane. There'll be another inhibitor falling if they even want it. Nexus turret number 1 will be dropping at the 31st minute. Number 2 will follow shortly thereafter. And SKT are on the board 1-0 in the group stages.
And quick shot, it was so systematic. 31 minutes is a fast game, but it felt slow. H2K looked to be having a gold advantage, because they did have a gold advantage for a lot of the game, but they never really had control of the match. Every time they went for a play, SKT would have an answer or pressure somewhere, and it's an adequate start for SKT here.
The small openings that were for H2K, they didn't take advantage of it. We didn't get to see the pink wards trying to set up Ryu to create some picks. He was stuck in the mid lane against Faker all game long, so they had full control of where the assassin was on the side of H2K. But we have seen 3 games today now where once a team gets a fairly good goal lead, they can close it out very effectively. The teams really know how to use the composition. Cloud9 with the Siege comp to start grouping with Vega and Tristana to take down towers. SKTelecom here using Fiora to split push and then just put Tristana and Azir together and take down these towers. So far for me as well, I'm seeing Tristana as an AD carry.